what's up guys? Matt here. Welcome to this week's episode of MATTtalks. So this week on MATTtalks, I'm going to be talking about the French dip and Swiss. So as you know, I adore the French dip and Swiss from Arby's, but in the past few months I've had a couple of different French dip and Swisses that may have opened my eyes to the better French dip and Swiss. I think my love for Arby's really started with my mom. She really loved Arby's and the French dip and Swiss, so naturally I would have to try to be like her. So I went to Arby's and I would get the French dip and Swiss. And that was my go-to meal for such a long time from Arby's. And then it moved to other places like Wendy's and McDonald's, and all my fast food restaurants where I go usually stem from Arby's, because Arby's is my favorite, I would have to say. But the French dip and Swiss at Arby's is made with roast beef, and the au jus sometimes is lacking in the flavor that I want and the consistency that I want to make it the best French dip and Swiss. Then comes along McAllister's and Quiznos. So I went to McAllister's first before Quiznos. I went to Quiznos this Sunday, but McAllister's has a French dip and Swiss that I tried, and it was Black Angus steak. With Arby's roast beef compared to McAllister's Black Angus steak, there's a big difference in taste and in consistency and in all-around goodness. I would say comparing Arby's French dip and Swiss to McAllister's French dip and Swiss, I'd have to say the McAllister's one is better, and the au jus is about the same. It's not as good as it could be, but it's better. So the Arby's French dip and Swiss is a fast food sandwich. It's a sub sandwich with roast beef, like I said, and Swiss cheese, like I said. And this au jus sauce, I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it's just grease. But, like I said, McAllister's au jus is a little bit better than the Arby's au jus because it has a little bit more flavor, and it's darker when you dip the sandwich in, which makes it a lot better, more flavorful, more tasty. Everything is just a lot better when you are at McAllister's French dip and Swiss compared to Arby's French dip and Swiss. And then enters Quiznos Sub. So Quiznos is a place that Sandy really, really loves. And we don't go there as often because I'm not a big fan of Quiznos because I haven't found my dish. But Sunday, I found my dish. So they have their own French dip and Swiss, which is Black Angus steak, same as McAllister's, but it has Black Angus steak, Swiss cheese, some vegetables, some more vegetables, and some more vegetables. Obviously, I got it with just the steak and cheese, and it was spectacular. Comparing the Quiznos French dip and Swiss to the McAllister's French dip and Swiss and the Arby's French dip and Swiss, Quiznos is worlds above the Arby's and the McAllister's French dip and Swiss because the steak was a lot better than the roast beef from Arby's and the steak from McAllister's. McAllister's is a little bit not as good. The steak isn't as flavorful as the Quiznos, and the roast beef from Arby's is definitely nowhere in comparison. Another thing that sets the Quiznos French dip apart is the bread. The bread is incredible. Once it gets toasted, it is just the crispiest and the best and a little bit of burnt it can be, and that makes it the better of the three sandwiches. Now the au jus, on the other hand, sometimes at Arby's you get a good au jus, with nice dark brown, and it covers the sandwich when you dip it in, but sometimes at Arby's you don't get that, and McAllister's, I didn't really get that on my one visit to McAllister's. But Quiznos, Sunday, the au jus was perfect. It was dark brown. It really covered the sandwich when I dipped it in. It was incredibly flavorful. It was nice and warm, added to the flavor, and it just made that French dip miles better than the two that I was comparing, the McAllister's and the Arby's. The only thing I wish were different between all three of them actually is the size. I wish they were a foot long. Now, saying that, I take that back. I I take it back. Footlong would be way too much. The 8 inches of each of them is a splendid size. When I got the au jus from Quiznos, it wasn't as big, like the bowl or the bucket or whatever it comes in is not as big as the Arby's bowl. As you've seen in my Arby's videos, you know that the bowl is big and the au jus is usually deep in there. Same with McAllister's. The bowl wasn't as big and there wasn't as much au jus. Same as Quiznos, not as much au jus, small bowl. But that didn't take away from the flavor. It was incredible. I can't say that enough about the French dip from Quiznos, but it was spectacular. It was definitely a meal that everyone should try. Okay. Me personally, I would check out all 3. I would go to Arby's, I would go to McAllister's, and I would go to Quiznos. Not at the same time. That would be a lot of au jus and a lot of French dip. But yes, so go check those out. Arby's has a new half-pound French dip, which is a lot of roast beef. It's really good, but nothing compared to the Quiznos French dip and Swiss. So pricing, I don't really know between the 3. It depends on the sides that you get and other things like that. I don't know the exact prices of each of them. I do know my specific Matt Bramer special. Arby's meal is about $10.61 if I get 6 mozzarella sticks, or $10.25 if I get the 4 mozzarella sticks. And it's all dependent on the half-pound or the classic French dip and Swiss. I may never go back to Arby's since I've had this Quiznos French dip and Swiss. I may go back to Arby's to order things like a roast beef sandwich. That may actually be it. That may be the only thing I get from Arby's is the roast beef sandwich. McAllister's, I used to get the pizza, but now I get the French dip. So, there's that. So yes, all in all, the Quiznos French dip and Swiss has to be the superior French dip and Swiss to any French dip and Swiss that I've ever had. So go check it out at Quiznos. This is not a sponsored video. I'd like it to be sponsored. If Quiznos or Arby's or McAllister's would like to sponsor me, hit me up. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace! Hey! Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to subscribe, click that subscribe button right over there. If you'd like to watch another video, click that button right over there. I'm Matt. Bye.